Hi guys. So I made a video today and yeah, didn't work. I told you I'm new at this and I still haven't quite figured out everything. So I'm doing another one. Um this is gonna probably be a little rough because I'm doing a handheld. Uh what I was talking about in my video today was um basically living your best life. You know, I had my makeup's kind of messed up. I had a rough year last year. I seem to have uh, had quite a few of those in the last 4 years. But last year was another particularly rough year. I had was in a car wreck in January of 2018, January 4th, and totaled my, for me, brand new car. I had only had it like a couple months, so it was very disheartening. Um, and I missed a couple days of work. Well, I have this friend that she was, um, as I have talked about before, she was friends that's family, and she was like another one of my kids, but she was also one of my best friends. Loved her dearly. Um, she had a very unique name, and I'm not going to say what the name is, but if you Google her name, she's the only person that will come up. And so for Christmas, I had special ordered her a leather cigarette case because she never got anything with her name in it. And so it didn't come in time for Christmas. So it did come while I was laid up from my wreck. So I was so excited. It was like the bright point of my week that I had had a bad week of. And so I called her and I said, please come over so I can give you this. And so she came over on Monday, that Monday after my wreck, and I gave her her cigarette case, and she was over the moon and so excited about it. And I missed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Her and I worked together, which is how I came to know her. And we ate lunch together almost every single day and spent breaks together. And, just she was an everyday person in my life. And I have so many things around my house that is her. So I went back to work on Wednesday. One of her children, her oldest child, was in wrestling and was having a tournament out of town, not too far away from us, but in another town. And normally I would have gone with her, but because I had missed a couple days of work and just came back, I couldn't go. So on Friday, I was texting her that morning, telling her to be careful and I loved her, and tell her son that I was rooting for him and whatever. And yeah, she was killed in a car wreck. This was almost as bad as when my son was died, and devastating still is. And I loved her so much, and she was so loved by so many people, so many people. And it was really hard. And shortly after that, in April, I broke my leg in 3 places. I had 2 surgeries. My dad died on Thanksgiving Day. And it was just a bad year. Just a bad year. And so this year, I decided that I needed to pull myself out of my funk. Because pretty much since my son died 4 years ago, I have not been me. And I need to be me again. Hence this YouTube thing. And one of the things was I wasn't putting on makeup anymore. And I was just getting out of bed and going, and going through the motions, and not really living, and not really being my true self. That is not what my son would have wanted, and that certainly is not what my friend would want. Rudy loved it when I put on makeup. He would always tell me that I was pretty and that he loved me, and he'd also call me old lady. But that's okay. And I miss that. Yeah. And I know he's happy watching me do this. I know she's happy watching me do this, because this is something she would have probably participated with me in. I certainly would have been able to get her in front of the camera. I know that. She was awesome. And, you know, it is an effort to move on. It is an effort to carry on. It is an effort to get out of bed. It is an effort to smile every day. It is an effort to not let it tear me apart. It's an effort. But it's an effort that I need to do. It's an effort that I need to do for my other children, for my grandchildren, for my husband, for my family, for my friends. And it's something that is helpful to me. You know, we all have things that we enjoy. We all have things that we love doing. We all have things that, you know, even if it's just sitting in the corner reading a book, or knitting, or chopping wood. I mean, you know, we all have something that we love to do. And I think one of the best ways to honor those that we've lost, and to help ourselves carry on, is to do these things, as difficult as they may be. One perfect example, excuse me for the shaky camera, perfect example is Halloween. Rudy loved Halloween. Everything about Halloween. He, especially vampires, werewolves, you know, everything about Halloween. And one of his and my big deals was every year we would go to this store. It's called the Spirit of Halloween, and it's only here for like a month and a half, 2 months for Halloween. And it was a big deal for us. And the year that he passed away in 2015, the store came. I drove by it almost every single day and kept thinking, I need to go in, I need to go in, I need to go in. And I could not make myself go in that store. So finally I said, you know, this is ridiculous. Rudy would not want me to do this. So I think it was on October 30th, maybe on Halloween. I went to the store and I sat in my car for a while and cried. And I said, you know, I got to do this. So I got out of my car and I walked into the store crying the whole time. And, you know, this is one of my God moments. We all have them. We may not want to recognize them, but we all have them. One of my older son's friends was working, and she recognized me right away. And she was awesome. She was awesome. She helped me get through this. She didn't know Rudy very well, but she did know him because of his big brother. And it's not that she did anything in particular, it's that she allowed me to cry. She allowed me to talk about Rudy. She walked through the store with me. She just was there. She was just present. And that was what I needed at that time. You know, and I will forever be grateful to her for that. And now I feel like I can go back to the store and do it. I mean, it was the same way with the Dollar Tree, of all things. That was another big deal with Rudy and I, is that he got to, I would take him to the Dollar Tree and give him $5, and he got to get what he wanted, you know, and usually it was pens and paper, or markers and paper, or whatever. Sometimes it was electrical tape, because I think I told you about him taping up all his little action figures. But that was their thing. And so there was one particular store we would always go to, and I went in there for the second time just this weekend, in 4 years. So it's a hard thing sometimes. There's some things that just trigger us, and that's okay. It's okay to get sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to miss our loved ones. It's okay to fear doing something that we did with them. You know, it's okay. The trick is to try to push through it and try to honor them by doing those things that they loved doing with you, you know, and give it a new meaning, give it a new spin, give it, you know, the honor it deserves by honoring your loved one, you know. So I am trying to live my best life. You'll see I did my makeup today before. It's a little dramatic. I think it came out pretty well. I did try to put on false eyelashes, but yeah, that didn't work so good. So these are mine. And that's, yeah, I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through, and I'm doing this, and I hope that I can be here for you if you need encouragement to push through something. You know, just let me know. I'll be here. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.